Hello, everybody. Today is Sunday, and I'm hoping that everybody is having a leisurely Sunday and just really giving yourself and giving those around you some love and support. We're going through, we continue to go through heavy times, and today I wanted to do a reading for those who are light workers, those who feel it in their heart to help humanity, those who feel that they have this burning desire in them to make um, big changes on our planet, um, with the people, with the systems that at this time seem to be coming down, and they have to. They a lot. I'm going to say the majority. I don't want to say all because I don't know all the systems out there. But the majority of the systems that we are familiar with are not working. They have not been working for such a long time that it's bringing up all this chaos and frustration and anxiety and disappointment and hurt um, and fear. Okay, so this reading is I'm intending it for those of you who are in readings recently in my last few readings. There is change or desire for change for a lot of people um, during this time, and it is the ideal time. And if you have the desire, it is not a coincidence, it is real. So explore those feelings and be honest with yourself at this time, because at this time, if um if that change if the desire for change is real and it isn't coming like from a place of selfishness, and it's coming from a true desire to start living whole in yourself, then that can never be wrong. Having those feelings can never be wrong. Okay? Having those feelings, the desire to want to be whole in yourself, you cannot um, feel guilty for making that change. Guilt is a lower vibrational emotion. It is an emotion. However, it is a human emotion, and it's something that we have to feel and release, not feel, hold on to, and let it guide our our life decisions, because then it's guiding. We're allowing our life path to be directed by guilt, and what do you think is going to come out of that? Okay, it isn't going to bring happiness. It isn't going to bring happiness to you, because if you do feel this way or feel um, like something in your life is not 100% okay, your relationship, a friendship, your work, whatever it is, if you're feeling it's not 100% and you have just been um, accepting it, uh, just feeling, giving the excuse that, well, not everything, you can't ask for everything in this world, you know, that's where we have to start changing our mindset for these new energies and the new way of life, as they say, the new earth. The new earth, yes, you can have everything. Yes, you can ex- give and expect in return 100% from all that you are involved into relationships and work, and whatever it is. Just to live authentically, be true to yourself and be true to others. It isn't fair to yourself, and it isn't fair to others. It isn't fair to your job, um, to be unhappy. Okay. So I'm going to ask Spirit. I've done my prayers, meditation, and calling in of um, of the light workers and ascended masters and who I want to be here, all who are all loving beings of light who I would like to guide and protect this reading. I do um, ask God, our Creator, to protect this reading from any malicious or manipulative energies. Um, uh, the messages that come out will only be those of love, light, and guidance, divine guidance, okay, to help us on our path and to help those who are experiencing these burning desires for change and to help in a major way help change the what is the normal, let's say. And right away we got one. So I'm just gonna mirror who or what is triggering you. Mirror who or what is triggering you. I'm going to read that from the book, and now I want to get one more. Okay, one more, Spirit. If one more wants to come out, there could be two. There's another one. Ooh, and this is a big one. I just got this one last night in a reading. So this is pretty. The ever unfolding rose, cracked open. It's happening for you, not to you. Cracked rose. It's happening for you, not to you. Okay. That's the energy of coming out of the what do you say, like the victim mentality, you know, when you're hurt and when you start to make sense of what is going on and why people did this to you and why this had to happen, even when you know 100% that you did not provoke it, that you did not ask for it, that you were not in the wrong, the situation still happened for you, not to you. And that's where our mindset also has to change. So first we're going to read the mirror. Okay, let me see. Mirror is page 50. Okay, mirror. Who or what is triggering you? The filter of our own experience is how we experience life 90% of the time. The filter of our own experience is how we experience life 90% of the time, through our own projections. When someone reminds us of an unhealed experience, we get triggered. Often it's an unconscious thing. People and situations can trigger our mirrors to reflect back to us what we believe to be true about life, the universe, and ourselves. Mirrors pointing to our shadow and our light. Mirrors revealing the parts of us that are yet to be accepted, witnessed, or loved. This card is guiding you to look closely at what experiences or people are currently triggering in you and what they could be mirroring back to you. When have you felt like this before? Could they be opportunities to heal something in you? Or are they shining the light on something that longs to be witnessed in you? This goes for the good and the bad. The good, those who we admire and put on a pedestal. If we do not realize that we are attracted to them because we are like them, we will need to cut them down in order to rise to their level. The bad, those we despise are envious of and put down. If we do not realize that they trigger something in us, then it is still yet to be healed, and we will remain hurt and wounded ourselves. Work your light inquiry. Okay, so these are things you're going to ask yourself. Who or what is triggering you? What is it in you that they are triggering you? What is it in you that they are triggering? What part of you longs to be witnessed? So this card can be, again, like the opening statements right now, like wanting to be whole in yourself, be in a position, in a job, in a career, in a relationship, in all relationships in your life, um, to be whole in yourself. So if you are in a relationship or a situation, I'm just going to say situation, meaning relationship or job or partnership, whatever it may be. If you're in a situation where you're feeling the desire to move on, you're being triggered somehow in that dynamic. And it just said whether you're conscious of it or not. You could say, no, nothing's really triggering me. I just don't feel happy here. I'm not content here. Yet you're staying there. So before you can move on from that situation, you need to look at it and ask, what needs to be healed here? What am I not seeing? What is triggering me, or what am I triggering in others in the situation? What could it be? And really, really be, you know, brutally, lovingly, compassionately honest with yourself. Okay, I say brutally, meaning, I mean, be honest with yourself. Who are you gonna be embarrassed of? Yourself? You know, you can't be embarrassed in front of yourself. Okay, you're gonna go deep within, and you're gonna ask yourself truly, what is triggering you? And and the reason you want to do this is because if it is time to move forward to another, from one situation to another, that's gonna where you're gonna be whole, you need to heal whatever lessons you experienced there, whatever was holding you back, whatever was keeping you feeling like you were obligated to be there or stay there. Whatever it was, whatever feelings kept you there. It could be just you being um uh how do you say that? Because I'm the same way. When you put things off, procrastinator. Even if it's you being a procrastinator. And then so what is it, and where do you need to be? Where do you need to be just brutally honest with yourself? Okay, and look at it for what it is, heal it, and then you'll have the freedom when you're truly healed from it, and you can see it for what it is, and then you don't fear it anymore. You don't go into your new situation. You don't move on to the new situation holding those triggers, because if you heal those triggers and identify them now, then in your new situation they won't be triggers anymore. They will still, they can still be events that are similar, but for you, you've already healed, so they won't be triggers anymore. You're moving from one situation to a better one. Okay, you're not moving from one situation to another that's gonna just be like there's no there's no improvement. Why would you want to do that? And that is wasting your time. And then especially right now in this time, there's no more. I mean, I'm not gonna say there's no more time. I guess you can be as all you want, but the ever unfolding rules. Let me find that one. We can BS our whole life away. I guess we're given free will. right? 28. So I'm not gonna say that, but again, I'm gonna say like I always do. I don't want to come back. And I don't want to come back. And right now, in this lifetime, we've chosen to be here for this lifetime because of the big change that Earth is going to undergo at this time. It's changing. It isn't going to be the old Earth anymore. This is the new Earth. This is high vibrations. All the lower vibration, all of the unloving energies are going to be brought to the surface and washed away. Okay? So the ever unfolding rose says the change of life. I'm sorry, and I'm so sorry if my reading sometimes is on point and sometimes is all over the place. So I apologize if you can't follow through as I'm reading. The challenge of life is to keep your heart open when you most want to close it, to let life crack you open, to open through hurt and loss, to allow what is falling away to fall away. Being human is a courageous act. A life well lived is full of losses and tragedies, as much as triumphs and adventures. Whenever you find yourself at the moment, life is coaxing you. Wherever you find yourself at the moment, life is coaxing you to keep your heart open no matter how much it hurts, to continually unfold, to let life crack you open. Perhaps you are going through a difficult time right now. Instead of cursing the difficulty, see it as a blessing, to open yourself up to the truth that perhaps, as hard as it may be, life is happening for you, not to you. And one day, in the not so distant future, you may just bless the thing that broke you down and cracked you open because the world needs you open. Now is the time to go gently, to treat yourself like a tender, sweet baby, to wrap yourself in a blanket and trust that the mother has you cradled in her arms. The seas may not all be smooth sailing, but you are safe and you are held. One day, not too far from today, you will look back at the transformation and be blown away by the poetry of life. Everything is going to be okay. So it says here, work your light. Everything is going to be okay. Let it crack you open. So being brutally honest with yourself is going to open you up to being who you truly are on the inside, and it's going to break you free. The card said, whatever's falling away from your life, let it fall away. If you, and again, if you just have that idea that you're not happy where you are, well, that means that job, or again, I'm going to say, that means that situation needs to fall away. And instead of continuing to procrastinate or make excuses for why you feel you can't let it fall away because you're obligated, because you're committed, um, that's not the card is saying allow it to fall away. I'm going to ask you to call on Archangel Raphael. Archangel Raphael is will bring healing and knowledge into your life. He will heal the mind, um, body, and soul. He will help you with ideas in your situation to help look at triggers, bring them up, heal them, and therefore you will be this ever unfolding rose. Okay? Allow your inner self, allow your vulnerable self, allow your true heart to be seen. And the card said, as much as you hurt, open up your heart, keep your heart open. Okay, don't shut yourself off. And the card again, it kept saying, before you know it, or what did it say, like sooner than you think, sooner, one day, not too far from today. This change in earth is here, is happening. It is really happening. So we need to acknowledge that, and we need to stop pretending like it's not. um so again, and I'm going to especially call in Archangel Mike, Archangel Raphael, to be here in this reading, um, and guide the viewer, guide you, guide me to know what exactly we need healed in our life, so that we can be vulnerable to um, look at ourselves, to look at things in others that trigger us, because it's not them triggering us, it's aspects of them that are mirrored back to us. So that's healing, that needs to be brought up in us. Sometimes people are put in front of us and put in our lives to trigger us for our ultimate growth, for us to open up like this rose. Okay, so, and the only way you can do that, if you want to move into a new situation that is 100% honest, then you need to be 100% honest with yourself. Are you 100% happy, content? And that doesn't mean you're in a relationship where you always, or a situation, again, work, whatever. This doesn't mean you're in a situation where you always agree and everything's, no, everything's just harmonious at all times. No, that does not mean that. It means that you can 100% be yourself, state your concerns, and show your most vulnerable side, and be respected by the other person, and be unconditionally loved by that other person, and and feel 100% secure and supported with by that other person, and vice versa. Okay, you can be on two totally different sides of the game, uh, and still yet have this harmonious relationship, because you agree to disagree. Okay, and you're not being fake about it. Okay. Okay, so we're gonna get one of the conscious spirit cards, and then I want to pull one of the light worker cards. So, conscious spirit, bringing up all of these, the last bits of lingering aspects of us that we are maybe embarrassed of, embarrassed to show, embarrassed to communicate to others. So just the reason I brought up saying Archangel Raphael is because before this reading, as I was meditating and praying and calling, I asked what should be my focus on the reading, or it was like, what, and the same card came out for me, and it's coming out for the reading. It is the Archangel Raphael card. I invite Archangel Raphael to bring healing and knowledge into my life. That is crazy. This just popped out for me right before this reading, as I needed, and it was asking for guidance for this reading, and it is coming out for the reading. Isn't that great? Okay, so I'm gonna read it, and yeah, my book is still open, pretty much, to that page. So it's Archangel Oh, is it? No, it's not. Hold on. It is 9. This was Archangel Gabriel okay, Archangel Raphael. But that's why I just read. That's why I just brought him up. That's why I just brought up Archangel Raphael, and I asked him to come in, especially again, which he sent me the message just before I turned on the camera. I called him in to be here, especially, and his card comes out. So let me read it here. Archangel Raphael is the angel of healing and knowledge. His name means God has healed. Call upon Raphael to bring mental, emotional, and physical healing to the areas of your life that you are struggling with. Perhaps there is a health issue you have been ignoring and you need to seek professional help. Don't ignore your body's signs that are imbalances. Raphael supports all of life on this planet. This card also this this card could also be asking you to help others find their own path of healing by working with the angels. That's what got me, because it was like I wanted to make sure that I had you know some guidance on what would come out, or what is the purpose of this reading. And it says this card could also be asking you to help others find their own path of healing by working with the angels. And that's what I hope for my card readings, to help one of these messages get to somebody, just one person, and start them on their journey of opening up their mind to the fact that you are not human, you are light, you are spirit in a human body. Okay. It says here, if you are a healer, bring the light and love of Raphael into the healing techniques you already use to strengthen them. That was direction to me to bring Archangel Archangel Raphael into my healing techniques. And that's why I remember that when I was talking, that's why I said I want to, call in Archangel Michael. So that's exactly what I did. And again, like I said, his card jumps out. So and he will strengthen them. Raphael can help you balance your chakras, boost your immune system, and teach your body to learn to heal itself. Always remember to heal yourself before embarking on a journey to heal others. So again, this reading I intended for those who want to do light work, who want to help humanity, who have that inkling and maybe just haven't gone for it, made that change in their work day, or in their spare time, to start doing work that will emotionally and spiritually fulfill them. Okay, so this card says, always remember to heal yourself before embarking on a journey to heal others. There is deep work that needs to be done. I have experienced so much, you guys, and to be sitting here reading cards when I'm going to tell you right now, let me say it's 20, so 1918, just about 2.5 years ago, I was homeless, living in a park. That's 100% real. I was homeless, living in a park, and did not have my kids with me. It was I just think about those times, and I love my children with God. For those of you who have children, they're your heart and soul. And every day without them, I felt them in my blood. I thought about them constantly. It was so hard, but although it still touches me when I think of those times, it touches me because I love them so deeply. I've healed from that, and now, um, that's not even. I mean that, and that was just the that's a huge part of the tragedies or the challenges that I've overcome. Where I'm now here sitting in my own apartment with my girls back in my full, full physical legal custody. Um, a- After we had went through, that was a time of injustice. It was the whole situation came out of just a completely unjust situation, and that was followed up after I got them back. It was followed up, believe it or not. And I swear, like, I would be telling people my stories, especially when I was on the streets. I'm sorry, I don't want to talk too much, but um I would be telling them my stories, and they're like, your life could be a book. I'm gonna tell you right now, no joke. After I got them back, then I underwent a false arrest charge, and I couldn't. For like, I remember calling on one of my family members, my cousin, who was always by my side, through the whole. When my children were taken, she was one of the only ones that believed me. The others were, we tend to jump and judge, and I couldn't believe how, as alone, I'm going to say this, as alone as I felt in the park, it was really only loneliness because I wanted my children so bad. Okay, I was flabbergasted at the way my family turned their back on me and did not believe the injustice that was going on, you know, um, during the court proceedings and stuff. Did not believe, wouldn't even listen to my children as they tried to tell others, no, like, this is wrong, this is lies, this is, it's just crazy. And like I said, that was followed up with um, a false arrest, and then even then, at that time, it was like, are you kidding me? Like, you're kidding me. This cannot be happening. That false arrest, that took me almost 2 years, just short of 2 years, for me to fight and win victory in court of those charges. I was found innocent, and that reminds me of something I was reading. I'm taking right now because of my experiences. Not only did it bring me to the spiritual um, level that I'm at now, or not level, the spiritual awareness that I now live, and incorporate into my everyday life. But it also brought me to my schooling, and I think I've said it before. I'm sorry. The card that came out from the Lightworkers is Ascension, the Rainbow Bridge, and all of these steps right now is about ascension. It's about beginning. If you haven't already, if you're just waking up, if you're just realizing something needs to change, something drastic in my life needs to change. This is not what I want to be. This is not how I want to live my life. Uh, um, you're waking up, and you're gonna start, or you have, or you're walking the journey, the path of ascension right now. So so I'm gonna read from the book Ascension, the Rainbow Bridge. So anyway, um, because of those experiences, both of them, unjust, and what I've learned, and the unfair treatment, the unlawful ways that our system has steered me to go to paralegal school. Okay, so that's what I'm taking right now, paralegal school, and I want to help, number one, families who are being torn apart by lies, just really by fabricated lies, and it's all a money scheme. And I'm really hoping, I'm not trying to offend anybody. This is my truth. I have no reason to lie about this. This is my truth. This is my daughter's truth. Okay, they were sent to live with an abusive father, okay, that they had not seen for about 8 years. He just, I left him. I finally left the abusive relationship, and this is the system that we experienced. That is the side of the system that we experienced, and then I went on to experience another side of the system, all in the legal field, you know. Um, so yeah, again, you have to heal yourself. You have to look at and admit those triggers that that come up, and heal them and bring them to the surface, and heal them. You have to heal yourself before you can start healing others. So before you can make that change that you want to see in this world, you have to heal yourself first. So okay, let me read from here. I'm sorry about that. Okay. The card says you have been growing spiritually and your consciousness is expanding. It is transforming your experience of the material world from something you must control or conquer into a living expression of the radiant divine. As your appreciation and love for the material world becomes more unconditional, so too does the light that can flow into your aura, chakras, and physical body. As you physically expand, you may need more rest, healing, and meditation than usual to and yeah, I'm sorry. As you physically expand, you may need more rest, healing, and meditation than usual to integrate this increasing degree of light and the consciousness it awakens within you. I had the feeling, before had decided to make this video. I had this feeling that I wanted to say, I was feeling very, like, when you're just like done. What do they call it? Like lethargic. Oh my goodness. And a lot of us can be experiencing that because of COVID, and we're just home, and then your body just gets sluggish from not going out, not having that everyday routine of up at 6, and ready and out the door, and your date, and so your body is slowing down, and you're not getting out. You can, on top of the energies that are coming into the earth right now, bringing up all this change, you can just be feeling done. I was feeling that way, and I hated it. I think I said that on one of the videos. I hated it. Oh my God. I wanted to get up and get out, and I just couldn't. I felt like the laziest son of a gun. Oh my God. But anyway, it can be all this energy that is coming up, all this light and awakening messages, intuitive messages, that's running through your body right now, that is requiring you or nudging you to change and get out of the situation that you were in, and go toward ascension. Start walking the path of ascension. Right now, I'm going to tell you that all of us here on earth, all connected, no one better than the other. We are all here for one thing, and that is to ascend, to spiritually ascend, to consciously ascend, to wake up from the matrix, from the illusion, and to wake up to our true knowing that we are infinite and we are abundant, and there is nothing in the world that we cannot have but healing and honesty, true 100%, nothing less than 100% honesty within ourselves and with others is necessary for that to happen. And it takes a lot of work. Although I have healed and come a long way because of the tragedies and challenges that I have experienced with myself and my daughters, our little family, I have I'm so blessed because I don't know what I would be doing. I would probably be walking through this world blinded, not even knowing I'm living in a matrix, that everything's an illusion, that nothing means a thing if you were not living your truth, if you are not living with true passion for a greater purpose, okay? The rainbow bridge term is for the channel of light that moves through your chakra system and along your spine, allowing spirit to enter your body and stimulate the development of your soul. This bridge comes to life as your consciousness is raised. It draws in high energies that nourish and awaken your body, mind, and soul through your chakra system. Okay? Um, there's all that uh, lethargic energy. It can be draining you, but it's for a reason. Okay, so don't be too hard on yourself. Be gentle with yourself. And like me, I was just like, son of a, and I should have known, not to be so hard on myself, that it was something outside of me. Okay. Um, as your chakras become stimulated, the increasing influx of spiritual light, a clearing process begins, which supports the consequent expansion of your consciousness. This clearing is like a spiritual detoxification. It clears blocks from your mind's emotional body and physical body, as well as from your soul, such as unresolved past life issues. As these blocks are broken down and processed, emotional trauma stored in your organs and nervous system can be released, and your energy field becomes more spacious. This creates room for an increase of spiritual light. As a result, you feel clear about who you are and why you are here, and others see more clearly when they are in your field. You become more powerful. I'm going to read the invocation. I call upon the unconditional loving guidance that can assist me with mercy, grace, protection, and support through my ascension process. I accept the opportunity to grow spiritually and shift from one reality to a higher vibrational reality. I accept the opening of my chakras into a more loving consciousness. I accept the changes happening in me and in my life due to this spiritual growth. May I be held in tenderness and compassion as I release lower vibrational patterning and embody my authentic divinity. May the beings of unconditional love who assist the anchoring of a loving rainbow bridge of light upon this planet for the greatest good of all beings be empowered and invited to do so now. Through my own free will, so be it. So this was the perfect card for this is the journey. This is the beginning of you realizing and respecting and accepting the feelings that you have right now as far as needing this change. Okay, I'm going to pull some. Where's my regular? I don't have my. Oh, okay. I'll use Actually, I use these ones. Do I want, oh, there they are, hold on. Okay, so I'm going to pull some regular tarot to see, first it's going to be what energies are we as a collective, the collective who is waking up right now, the collective who is looking toward these changes, or looking forward to making some changes, but needing some guidance, needing some confirmation, needing some validation of their feelings. Are they crazy? Am I crazy to be thinking of changing up my career at the age I'm at? Okay, I was in like the medical, front office, type, just office work, generally medical environment for a good part of my life. And I'm 43 years old, and I'm going to school for paralegal. I mean, is that crazy? I could have just stayed in that field. I mean, I can think of a lot of jobs I could have stayed at, and look at how much seniority I would have had, and I would have had a retirement coming, and I would have had this and that. But you know what? They were always just jobs to me. Do you know how many jobs I quit because I was bored? And people would always say, like, don't quit your job until you have another job. I would just quit because I was bored of it. I would learn the job. I would go in enthusiastically. I would learn the job to the T, usually getting, recognition, in one of the jobs, getting monetary recognition for my work. And then I just quit because it was not stimulating me. It was not fulfilling me. It was a check, yes, but you need money. But you need money, people would say. Well, what are you going to do? You don't have, I don't know, I'll get another. I never thought about that. I never thought about that. Like, I'm going to stay for the money. No, I'm just more reckless. I'm not saying everybody, that's the right thing to do. I'm just saying that's how I was. So Spirit, what situation are we in right now, and maybe transitioning out of? Okay, or what energy might we be in, or soon to be moving out of, or just came out of? Okay, what energy, Spirit? And thank you so much, Archangel Raphael, for these messages. Thank you so much, all light beings who are here, all angels who have called in. So it's the Seven of Swords, and this is about deception. This is about either deceiving ourselves. Okay, this makes perfect sense. Or being deceived by others, and telling ourselves it's okay because I know, they're deceiving me. I know my job's deceiving me. I know this relationship is, there's deceit, there's lies, there's manipulation here, but nothing's perfect. Well, just by you telling yourself that, not only is that other party deceiving you, you are deceiving yourself. So this is good because we are coming out of this energy, or we will soon be coming out of this energy, okay? We are being guided to come out of this energy. We are now talking to ourselves internally. We're getting these ideas in dreams that we may not remember when we wake up, but our unconscious mind remembers, and that's where that desire for change comes. Okay, so that's good. We're coming out of that energy. So where does spirit, where do you want to see this group go into? Where is spirit desiring for us to go toward, to move into? So it's Eight of Pentacles. This is working on something. And what's funny, this is tangible. Pentacles is about tangible, earthly things. So Spirit wants us to start working on our you know what I believe on working on the new your new mission. I'm getting I think that this is confirming for those who are looking for leaving their job, for transitioning out of a job, for making a bold move in a new direction. I think this is confirmation from spirit saying they want you to work on that new way. See, being focused. This isn't somebody who doesn't care about their job and who is just doing it to do it because they need a paycheck. This guy is crafting. You know, he's using his creativity to work on this pinnacle. He's using his skill, and he doesn't look. He's looking at it with care. It means some. His work means something to him. Okay? And that's where spirit wants you to go. They want you to go toward work that means something to you. Okay. What is our challenge? What can be a challenging energy, spirit, please, that could detour us? You know, what might we already have the feeling of wanting to stop deceiving ourselves and deceiving others and living a life that is a facade. You know, we're not truly happy. Spirit is guiding us to make that change and start doing work that you truly love and are passionate about and care about. So what could hinder that? What could be a challenge to that? What could our ego maybe you know, the ego mind is gonna keep you things that's protecting you. You know, no, don't do that. Don't make that move. You can't do it, or you're too old. You know, like me, my daughter, even my daughters, I know they love me. They have been through what we have been through. They know why I'm going to paralegal school. They know what my dreams are and why and what is my passion. But they will tell me, Mom, you're old. You know, so and I know they say it jokingly to me, you know, but what could the ego